Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash at the garage, where badge hype gets tossed in the glove box, spec sheet worship gets left at the dealership, and what we're left with is raw, unfiltered, seat-of-the-pants driving truth. If you're new here, make yourself at home. We dig into what really matters when rubber meets the road. Today, we're diving into a truck that's been challenging conventions since it first rolled off the line at the 2026 Honda Ridgeline. This is not your typical body-on-frame bruiser. It's the truck that refuses to be boxed in, and for 2026, Honda is doubling down on refinement, utility, and just the right touch of attitude. Exterior now, standing in front of the 2026 Ridgeline, it's immediately clear that Honda didn't come to play safe. The front end has been completely redesigned. It's wider, more muscular, and bolder than ever. The grille is now blacked out on most trims, flanked by sleek LED headlights that finally give this truck a real presence in your rearview mirror. There's a sharper sculpt to the hood, and those angular lines draw your eyes straight to the new, chunkier bumper. Fog lights now sit in a more aggressive housing, adding to the visual heft. Honda calls it more rugged, but it's more than that and looks confident, almost like it's daring you to underestimate it. Swinging around to the side, you get the same unibody proportions that have made the Ridgeline unique in this segment, and no wheel gap loading, no pretensions. It's sleek, aerodynamic, and dare I say, refined. For 2026, Honda's thrown on new alloy wheel designs, ranging from 18 to 20 inches depending on the trim, and they actually fill the wheel arches nicely. Cladding is still present, but it's toned down just enough to look tough without feeling overstyled. The lines along the door panels are clean, minimal, and purposeful. Door handles are now body-colored even on the base trims, and the side mirrors get turn signal indicators standard across the board. The roof line tapers subtly, almost SUV-like, giving it that crossover DNA while still shouting pickup capability. At the rear, things get interesting. Honda has reworked the tailgate, a still dual action of course, which means you can swing it open like a door or drop it like a traditional tailgate. It's one of the Ridgeline's party tricks, and it's still a game changer. The taillights have been redesigned with C-shaped LED signatures that look crisp at night. There's also a revised bumper with integrated steps for easier bed access. And yes, the in-bed trunk is still here, a lockable, drainable, and just waiting to be turned into a mobile cooler or tool chest. If you're someone who camps, tailgates, or surfs, this feature alone is enough to make you consider the Ridgeline over anything else in the segment. Interior inside, the 2026 Ridgeline surprises again. This is where Honda flexes its ability to make a cabin feel premium without going full luxury. The layout remains similar to last year's model, but it's been updated with nicer materials and tech. Soft touch surfaces now cover more of the dash and doors, and even the base sport trim doesn't feel cheap. The center console is massive and well organized, with dual cup holders, a deep storage bin, and wireless charging now standard on every trim. The touchscreen is a new 9-inch unit running Honda's updated infotainment system, finally supporting wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, with a UI that's quick and snappy. Buttons for climate control are still physical, a small win for usability in gloves or on the fly. Seats are spacious and supportive. Up front, there's more lumbar support than before, and in the back, adult passengers won't be complaining either. The rear seat cushion folds up in a 60-40 split, giving you access to a surprisingly cavernous interior cargo space. Honda nailed the ergonomics here. Controls fall easily to hand, visibility is stellar, and the cabin is quiet. Active noise cancellation and improved door seals have done their job. Even on rougher roads, it feels more like a Pilot than a pickup. Now, onto performance, and this is where things get both interesting and a bit familiar. Under the hood, the 2026 Ridgeline sticks with Honda's trusty 3.5-liter V6 engine, now pushing 290 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a refined 10-speed automatic transmission, which replaces the old 9-speed unit from previous years. The difference? Smoother shifts, better highway efficiency, and a more confident feel when towing or hauling. Honda's IVTM4 all-wheel drive system is now standard across all trims, which means the work vectoring magic happens whether you're off-road, on wet pavement, or just taking a tight corner with some enthusiasm. Don't expect neck-snapping acceleration, but it's more than capable for daily duties, weekend toys, and everything in between. Towing capacity holds steady at 5,000 pounds, which isn't class-leading, but totally sufficient for boats, trailers, or the occasional Home Depot overload. Payload, just over 1,500 pounds. And here's the kicker: the Ridgeline still rides better than every other mid-size pickup out there. Thanks to its independent rear suspension and unibody platform, it's smoother, more composed, and feels more like a crossover from behind the wheel than a body-on-frame truck. Cornering is surprisingly flat, steering is direct, and even on twisty back roads, you're never white-knuckling the wheel. Fuel economy has seen a slight bump thanks to the new transmission. Expect around 19 mpg city and 25 mpg highway, which is decent considering this is an AWD truck with a naturally aspirated V6. No hybrid option yet, but there are whispers that Honda's working on an electrified version, perhaps for 2027 or beyond. Pricing for the 2026 Ridgeline starts at around $40,000 for the base sport trim, climbing to just under $50,000 for the black edition. In between, you've got the RTL, RTLE, and the all-new Trail Sport trim, which adds some off-road tweaks like skid plates, beefier tires, and unique styling cues. It's not a rock crawler, but if you're venturing onto forest roads or snow-packed trails, the Trail Sport will get you there with confidence and comfort. Standard features across all trims include Honda Sensing, which gives you adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, collision mitigation braking, and road departure mitigation. Honda's finally added a 360-degree camera system on the upper trims too, making parking and off-roading a less stressful experience. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Honda Ridgeline remains the oddball in the mid-size truck world, and that's exactly what makes it great. It doesn't try to be the most powerful, or the most rugged, or even the most capable in terms of raw specs. But what it does do, it does exceptionally well. It's the truck for people who don't need to prove anything. The kind of buyer who wants a truck that drives like an SUV, offers smart features, and can still tow the boat, haul the mulch, and carry 4 adults in comfort. The new design gives it more street cred, the tech upgrades bring it into the modern age, and the performance is buttery smooth where it matters most. If you're someone who lives more on the pavement than in the dirt but still wants the utility of a truck, the 2026 Ridgeline should absolutely be on your radar. It's not for everyone, but for those who get it, it's pretty much the perfect daily truck. Thanks for watching. And if you made it this far, you're the real MVP. Smash that like button if you dig no-nonsense reviews, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. Would you take the Ridgeline over something like a Tacoma or Ranger? Let us know. This has been Car Flash, where trucks don't need to bark loud to bite hard. See you in the next one.